Hello, my name is Mark Malora. I'm an attorney here in Riverside, California. I've got a number of clients in Chino that are dealing with financial issues and contemplating bankruptcy. So I thought it helpful to explain a little bit of the differences between Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 bankruptcy, if that's something you're contemplating. The first thing to understand in a Chapter 7, Chapter 13 bankruptcy is essentially what the difference between them is. Chapter 7 is a discharge of all your debt once you get a discharge from the court. Chapter 13, however, is a repayment program where you repay a portion of that debt to your creditors. Could be 10 cents on the dollar, could be 90 cents on the dollar, but you're repaying a portion of that debt over a period of time. And the second difference between them deals with this in that Chapter 7 can receive the discharge in about 90 to 120 days from the date of filing. Whereas a Chapter 13, because it's a repayment program, lasts for about 3 to 5 years depending on the amount of repayment and the terms the trustee sets. And so you're repaying that period of time, 3 to 5 years, before you receive a discharge. Third, I think the important thing is you have to qualify for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy by passing what's called a means test. The means test takes a look at the California median income, which is statutorily provided for. It takes a look at your median income, or your income rather, and minus offsets for dependents and some other deductions, and then sees where you stand with the California median income. If you're above the California median income, then Chapter 7 is not available to you, and you must file a Chapter 13 under the repayment plan. If you're under the California median income, you can qualify under the means test for filing a Chapter 7, and then you can discharge all your debt. So that's a third distinction to make between them both. And finally, I think one of the big distinctions, not all of them, but of course, but one of the biggest ones is that of something we call lien stripping. A number of clients that I have in the Chino area bought homes, refinanced, took out a second on their home, and now their homes have depressed by about 50% value. Some of those values are starting to come up in California now, but still about 50% underwater. That being said, they've got seconds which, if they filed bankruptcy and had the second stripped from their home, may put them in a closer position to equity, or in a near equity position. So how do we get lien stripping? Well, first of all, you can't do lien stripping in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. It's only available in a Chapter 13. That's the first important point to make about lien stripping. The second is that you have to have the value of the property be below the first mortgage that's encumbering your property. If the value of the property exceeds the value of the first, then lien stripping is not available to you, because there'd be money there to pay off the second. And if that's the case, then you can't strip it away. But if the value of the property is below the value of the first, there's no equity there for the second. And in that case, you can do a lien stripping process whereby you pay the mortgage over the 3 to 5 year period along with your other creditors, and after that period of time, the court will order the second to be stripped from the home, thereby investing or bringing about the equity back into your property that was missing from the second encumbering it. So those are some of the distinctions between Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. If you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call, set up an appointment, speak to my office, and we'll be happy to discuss your particular situation.